Welcome back to Good Day. It's time to start thinking about the first of the remaining holidays in 2025. Thanksgiving is just 3 weeks from today.
It is. Whether you're doing the cooking or helping to clean up, and you should, take precautions to prevent your family from getting sick after the big meal. Suzanne Sujazi of the OSU Extension Office has ways to do that. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
This looks beautiful.
It looks healthy.
It does. It looks great and colorful, and I think that's one of the things we're going to talk about today is making sure your plate is nice and colorful.
Exactly.
But I think first things first, Thanksgiving is a holiday where we graze a lot.
Yeah.
Do you do that in your family? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so
Snack.
stuff tends to stay out for long periods of time.
And maybe we want to rethink that and make sure that our leftovers get into the fridge within about 2 hours after serving, because we want to have those leftovers and make sure we're not wasting our food, right?
Yeah.
And so some of the other things when you're cooking, don't leave that turkey out on the counter to thaw. Let's make sure that we're doing, good, safe practices. This is one of the best tools that you could have in the kitchen is a thermometer. Make sure you're sticking your turkey in different places to make sure that it's fully cooked all the way to 165 degrees.
Do not serve undercooked turkey.
Exactly.
You really don't want to be that host, right?
Right. So being food safe is really important, making sure that we're not wasting any of our food by letting it go bad, making sure it's cooked, put it away. And then when we think about the nutritional part of our dinner, vegetables, right?
I know. Thanksgiving,
Colorful.
everybody's like, turkey and mashed potatoes and stuffing.
Carbs.
But you have to have the green bean casserole or just the green beans.
And so one of the ways that I really like to cook vegetables is to roast them. So we have an example of a recipe there.
Yeah, pull out
and
your phone, scan that QR
You
code.
could do it with just about any kind of vegetable. So, get a sheet pan, put a little cooking spray or a little olive oil on your vegetables. Use a low salt or a no salt seasoning mix. Really season them up. So you could do those green beans instead of kind of a higher fat, casserole with that soup and the fried onions. You could roast those green beans, and it doesn't
nice and fresh.
Doesn't take but 15 minutes or something like that.
And then you've got your seasonal vegetables too, which I think are helpful as well if you get something that's in season too.
Yes, and you're going to probably find that they're going to be on sale too. And the nice thing about like your squash, if you're cutting it all up and you realize, I don't need all of this, put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the freezer. You could always use it again later. And then think about like those fresh herbs, garlic, onion as for seasoning a lot of different things.
Herbs. I love fresh herbs, and it just really takes everything up a notch. And then you're not adding the salt or any calories there, but you're
and something that you can kind of grow all year, maybe inside your kitchen in a window or something like that. And then we also want to think about how do we get that fruit? So when we think about dairy, protein,
you mean pie?
grains, right? Yes, it could be pie. But just something that is quick and affordable. Take any kind of fruit. So you could have, fresh apples that you peel and cut up. You could use canned. So my example here is canned peaches. I just heated them up a little bit with some pumpkin pie spice because that's everywhere, right?
That's everywhere.
And then some yogurt and some nuts, or you could do like a little trail mix with the dried fruit and everything on top. Super simple dessert.
That's great. This is the yogurt you used, and it's a Greek. It's a Chobani?
Greek yogurt. So it's a little thicker.
Yeah, and it has protein in it, which I'm always looking for that. But this is a 0 sugar, and that's like the coconut. That would taste delicious. On that toasted coconut.
And you could do that really, frozen fruit. We've done almost like a crisp where you bake it, but you could use like frozen berries and maybe throw in the canned peaches, put some, spices, heat that up. You could, make an oatmeal type topping or even just maybe a little bit of crumbled, cookies, like those Biscoff cookies or something
But not
like that.
necessarily all the
Top it with-
butter and all of the sugar.
And then top it with some yogurt, because we are going to get some protein, calcium for our bones, those great, nutrients that we need from our food.
Yeah, so some great ideas there. How do you feel after you eat that big meal?
Now I'm full. I want to lay down on the couch, take a nap, but I shouldn't.
Right, because one of the best things we can do for our digestion, for our energy levels, is to do a little physical activity.
Yeah.
So maybe it's getting out in the yard, throwing the football around because it's football season.
You're going to be watching the game, right?
Take a nice
Halftime.
leisurely walk. Or we used with my kids and nieces and everything. We used to play the like the Wii game, the Just Dance. So just something to get yourself up and moving, helps that digestion. Physical activity is great for everybody in whatever manner that they can do it.
And then you can go to bed early. Okay?
Exactly.
How about that? A lot of people, I think, are going to be struggling to put food on the table this year, to have that meal for their family, but there are some resources available for folks.
Yes. So our team, since about 2020, has published a food resource guide, the Lucas County Food Assistance Resource Guide. We try very hard to keep that information up to date. And so you can find that on our website there, and it's going to tell you by zip code where all of the food pantries in Lucas County are, where the free meal sites are. There's a lot of churches and other community agencies that are going to offer free meals, a nice full turkey meal, so maybe some fellowship with other people in the community and get a hearty meal. And then, all of those things that you see here, you might be finding at a food pantry, whether it's fresh, frozen, canned, all of it is good.
Yeah, good stuff.
That's great.
All right, now, are you ready? You ready for Thanksgiving?
I'm ready to eat.
Suzanne, thanks for being here
Relax.
today.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yep.
Well, coming up next on Good Day, we have more talk of food.
Why not? It's time to Sip Sip Hooray, a tasty fundraiser for Mobile Meals of Toledo. You're invited. Good Day is back in just a moment.